Good morning. It's a beautiful day out here as I film this video, and today we're going after a weed that a lot of people have questions about how to control in the yard, sometimes even how to identify, and that's crabgrass. And I'm testing out 3 different combinations of products to see which one works the best. Now I think I already know the answer, but it's good sometimes to see it on video for myself because I want to see, you know, okay, this one worked better, but did this one also work pretty good or not? And then I want to see how fast they work. So let's go take a look at the crabgrass. I'm filming this in late August, so that's important because depending on the time of year you're going after crabgrass, the results may vary. And I'm doing some things a little bit different than I've done in the past. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen in this video. So let's go check out the crabgrass. I'll show you the products. I've already got them mixed up. We're going to spray 3 different plots of crabgrass, and then we're going to come back. We're just going to check on it. We're going to see which one works the fastest. I think we're going to get some pretty fast results and pretty defining results that's going to be impressive to you. So let's get started. This is my backyard soccer area here. Bermuda's still hanging in there green, but as we get in shorter days, it's not looking as green as it maybe was at one point in time. So here we go, early morning, dew on the ground. And here's crabgrass. I was mowing the grass and I saw a little plot of crabgrass. I said, you know what, that'll be just right. I want to come out here and spray it. So let's take a look at it. Now, not to be confused with this. Looks like some kind of little kalinga there. But this is our crabgrass plot here. And it would probably have germinated in late February or early March. It's been really tiny. You might start seeing it in, I don't know, June maybe, when it starts being noticeable. But then in the last month or so, it really starts growing. And you can see the seed head. Now there's different types of crabgrass. I don't know all the types. Some are easier to control than others, but look at that seed head. The other day someone asked me about crabgrass versus Dallas grass. And really, if you look at the seed head, they're not even similar in a lot of ways. But the plant, you know, it's pretty easy to recognize the difference. The main point of that is, though, the crabgrass is an annual weed. This will actually die off when it gets cold. Drop seeds that will try to germinate next year. Let me introduce you to the products that I've already got mixed up in these little 2-gallon sprayers. And then we'll do our test, spray the test plots and then come back and check on it. All right, here we go. Here's our products, and I got them mixed up in these little 2-gallon sprayers that I've already got out there. These are the little battery powered ones that I've really enjoyed, these, not having to pump up a sprayer anymore. So in one sprayer, let me rearrange these here. One of them I have this combination: dismiss, the high rate, tribute total at the high rate. Now if you're a homeowner watching a product, you're gonna fall out on the floor when you look at the price of the tribute total. It's not crazy when you do it per application, but it comes with a little green measuring spoon, at least mine did. And the high rate, I believe, is 3 of those little scoops per gallon of water, and then dismiss at the high rate. So I got those mixed in there with surfactant. The other little sprayer, one of the other ones, I've got these 2 products. This is Celsius and Certainty, but this is actually Celsius Extra, which is, the difference in that is that the regular Celsius and this has basically the active ingredient that you'll see in some of the sedge products like Pro Sedge or Sedge Hammer. So if you go here and look at the halosulfuron, if I'm saying that right, that's the Pro Sedge product there mixed in with it. So that's not gonna really affect the Dallas grass, I don't think. So it wouldn't make a difference if I was using just regular Celsius and Certainty. This is just so happens to be what I had mixed together. As a side note, when you put Certainty in the mix, you don't necessarily need Celsius Extra, because what Celsius, the extra part, is to help you with sedges. Well, Certainty is already a good sedge product, so you don't necessarily need Celsius Extra. I just have had this product and I thought I'm going to use it, and I put the Certainty in there too to help me out on kalinga and not just yellow and purple nut sedge, which is what this is going to be better for. With Celsius in general does have a little effectiveness on kalinga. I thought if I put the Certainty in there, it'll be great on the kalinga as well as nut sedge. So, long answer to a question you didn't even ask. All right, cue ball. This is the quinclorac, which is kind of known to be the product that is used as a post-emergent for crabgrass. So a pre-emergent we're trying to get down before the crabgrass germinates. A post-emergent we're going to spray after the crabgrass is already germinated, or any other weed in that situation. But quinclorac is our post-emergent product that we're going to use for crabgrass. Now there's another product. There's other products that are quinclorac products, generic, quinclorac products. There's Drive Accelerate is one that you might have heard of or seen around. There's another product also called Solitaire, which is quinclorac mixed with sulfentrazone, which is the active ingredient in Dismiss. And I think that one would actually probably give us even better results. But in my experience, the cue ball without the Dismiss in it, just quinclorac, has also done an excellent job. So that's what we're using today. The one thing that's notable is on these applications, the Dismiss and Tribute and the Celsius Extra and Certainty, I've got the non-ionic surfactant, where with the cue ball I did go with the methylated seed oil, which in my understanding is going to make it a little bit more effective. Actually, the label calls for that. Now I've used it with just a non-ionic surfactant and got good results, but today I do have methylated seed oil in here with the cue ball, so we're going to see what that does, if that makes a difference. High rate on this is 1.45 ounces per gallon of water per 1,000 square feet, and when you're spot spraying, not in a big tank. So you need to understand your calibration. And then a ½ ounce of methylated seed oil per 1,000 square feet, again, which I'm equating to a gallon of water when I'm spot treating. All right, we've got them mixed up. Let's spray it. Let's see what happens. I try to use my time wisely while I walk. Usually I mention this at the end, but if you want to get into weed control and fertilization like me, you can go to lawncarelife.com. There's the Weed Control and Fertilization Academy. A lot of people take advantage of that. There's pricing charts, other things along that nature. And then there's also where you'll find information about the 2025 Lawn Care Life Conference. That's at least the one coming up at the time of this video. There may be a 2026, who knows? And then also, if you want to go to the Equip Expo, you can use Creel 50. That's my last name, C-R-E-E-L 50, to save half off your registration. I'm definitely planning to be there this year. Let's spray the weeds. All right, got my sprayers mixed up, ready to go. Also got my rubber gloves on, got my rubber boots on. So let's get to spraying. Starting off, and I've got these little flags marked here. This one is the Celsius and Certainty combination. So I've got a little plot here. I'm holding the camera in one hand, holding the sprayer in the other. But got it mixed up, got it agitated, so here we go. And I'm going to give it a little generous application, not trying to drown it, but I want to make sure that we get it sprayed, to give us the best chance of being successful. Tribute and Dismiss over here. Got it marked. Got one over here trying to get away. Now this is my go-to application if I'm really trying to knock out Dallas grass in a yard. This Tribute Dismiss combo is great. One application will do a lot of damage. Two may kill it, and it's excellent. In the fall is a great time to do that. All right, this is the quinclorac, the cue ball. I want to see too, does it do anything to the grass? Are we getting any kind of discoloration? That goes for all of them, especially the Dismiss, can sometimes cause a little discoloration. I'm out here early in the morning, temperatures are cool. We're going up in the 90s next week, but it's probably 62 degrees right now while I'm spraying this. We got to spray, we'll check back on the results and see what happens. So we're 48 hours into the experiment here. I'm not expecting dead crabgrass, but I'm also not expecting nothing to have happened either. Let's see what it looks like. All right, here we go. First up, we've got the Celsius Extra and Certainty. Not a lot going on. I mean, maybe a little bit of discoloration. See over here, yeah, well, there's some browning, nothing to write home about necessarily. I wasn't expecting that to be super fast, to be honest with you. I would say it was going to be the slowest. The Tribute Dismiss combo You know, I think that this mist would at least give us some ugly leaves. Yeah, there we go. Ugly dismissed leaves. So we're getting a little bit more discoloration. Again, nothing magical with that. And then last is going to be our quinclorac experiment. You can definitely see the most visible results with that, which is to be expected. And then I'm using the methylated seed oil. Hopefully that makes it work better. And also looking for any kind of discoloration in the grass. But you can see what's happening. It's going to be hot in the next day or two, so I'm expecting this to speed up. So we'll see what happens. We'll check back soon. All right, we're 4 days in. I want to show you what it looks like. We've got some fascinating results. Speaking of fascinating, this is not that fascinating, but it is working. Celsius Certainty, Celsius Extra that is. You can see a little bit more browning than what we had before. Encouraging to see that. Little to no discoloration of the grass, and I make that point because if you move over to the Tribute Dismiss, you get more browning, but certainly some more discoloration on the Bermuda grass. Now that should fade out quickly, but just something to be noted. That's likely the dismiss there, causing a little burn on the grass. But again, quicker, more noticeable results. I'm not sure the long-term results are going to be any better. I'm not sure if it's going to kill it, but I'm curious to know that. We might give it a little bit more time. But what I have a little bit more confidence in is sorry for the shadow, my quinclorac application here with the methylated seed oil. Almost no turf burn. You can see clearly the green around the brown. So little to no turf burn, and 4 days in, I mean, I don't think that's coming back. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dead. I think it died. I know people love, one of the favorite comments people like to see is say, and you can go ahead and type it right now if you want to say, I don't think it's dead. Well, I think it is dead. Again, if it ain't dead, it's going to be so wounded that it's not going to grow very much to the remainder of the year, in which point it's going to get cold soon and it'll die then. So, mortal wound, if you will. This one, there is a little bit of green, I'll give you that. Extraordinary results in just 4 days, so that's good to see, but I do want to give it a little bit more time so we can just see if anything happens with the Celsius Certainty plot or the Dismiss, sulfentrazone Dismiss Tribute Total plot. We'll check back soon. Time to wrap up the crabgrass video. Let's look at it and see what the final results are. And as we approach the crabgrass here, let me just say that I don't think that this is like necessarily the end of it, as far as would it turn a little bit more brown if we gave it time, possibly. But I think it's conclusive enough that we can pretty much tell where this thing's gonna go. It's kind of like a movie that you've watched enough of it and you've pretty much figured out what's gonna happen. So, Celsius and Certainty. Do I think it would continue to turn brown? Maybe a little bit more, possibly over the next week or two. Do I think it's going to kill it? No. But if you're out spraying Celsius and Certainty, which is a combo I use a lot to control weeds in the lawn, and you happen to see some crabgrass and you spray it, I mean, it will do something to it, you know. It's not like it didn't do anything. I just don't think over the next week it's going to just wither up and die. The Tribute Total Dismiss, even more severe. Same thing though, I don't actually expect this to die. I think what happened, if I'm just being honest, is the sulfentrazone just burned the leaves like crazy in the grass to some degree. But I think it might continue to deteriorate, but I've seen stuff like this before. I actually think the green part of the plant would probably start to recover, because even though it was very effective and did some damage, it didn't knock it out. And so I think the plant's going to survive and start to recover. Again, you could do a second application or something like that with something else and get some results. But you can definitely see, you know, even this small one right here, you can see where it, you know, did some turf damage as far as the grass turning brown. And then clearly our best results was the quinclorac here. You know, it just, I mean, what can I say? I mean, what can I say better than that right there? It doesn't even look like it affected the Bermuda grass. In fact, looks like I might have a little armyworm there. You see him wiggling around? It doesn't look like it affected the grass at all, or very, very minimally, and it just completely dominated the crabgrass. So I mean, you tell me the difference in that versus what it looked like before it was sprayed. And I would say that's amazing success. I hope this video will stick in your mind and give you clear results on which product was superior on dealing with crabgrass. Again, if it was in the fall, and I know we're going to get down below freezing in the winter, I might let this crabgrass just die out on its own, put my pre-emergent out next year. For me, that's sometime in January or February, and hopefully you wouldn't have the crabgrass come back. Sometimes it sneaks through though, occasionally, and you end up with a little bit anyway. So the video is helpful for you. Thanks for watching. Let's see you guys in the next video.